afternoon. Kids have really worked hard on this, what I think will be a magical, a little more than an hour journey for you on a great beach. And I just want to say a couple of announcements. One is cell phones. You just turn it to vibrate or turn them off. The second, which I'm required to say, is behind this curtain, in addition to the Wizard of Oz being there, is an exit, fire exit. So there's there, and then the doors behind you. And then if you feel ambitious, these curtains go to windows, and you can always jump. So if there are little kids who really are having difficulty seeing, and they can promise to be super good, they are welcome to come sit on their hands and knees or bottoms down very fun here. But other than that, thank you to the crew, to the lighting folks, and everybody who made this possible, the parents of the kids, and we hope you enjoy the show with James and China. So thank you for coming.
Hurry, Miss Trotter, hurry. Oh, can't we just sit down and rest? Rest? When these games and monsters are starting to ease up. But I'm tired. Don't be ridiculous. Look, it's gaining on us. Hurry. I don't think we're going to make it, Mr. Trotter. No, neither do I. Goodbye, Mr. Trotter. Goodbye, Mr. Trotter.
Wow, what a beginning to a story. Can you believe it? I'm sorry I have to start this way, with a mother and father being swallowed up by an escaped rhinoceros, but I just had to tell you. You see, it's because of this event that this story happened. Life was really good for our hero, James Henry Trotter, until this happened to his parents. Now, well, he was sent away to live with his aunt and uncle, and I must point out that they were both really horrible people. They were selfish and cruel, and right from the beginning they started beating poor James for almost no reason at all. They never called him by his real name, but always referred to him as, "You miserable creature," or "You disgusting little beast," or "You filthy nuisance." And they certainly never gave him any toys to play with. His room was as bare as a prison cell. They lived, Aunt Sponge, Uncle Spiker, and now James, in a queer, ramshackle house on the high hill in the south of England. The hill was so high that from almost anywhere in the garden, James could look out and see for miles and miles across a marvelous landscape of woods and fields. On a very clear day, if he looked in the right direction, he could see a tiny gray dot far off on the horizon, which was the house that he used to live in with his beloved mother and father. And just beyond that, he could see the sea itself, a long, thin, blackish blue streak like a line of ink beneath the rim of the sky. But one day, something rather peculiar happened. It all started on a blazing hot afternoon in the middle of summer. Aunt Sponge, Uncle Spiker, and now James were all out in the garden. James had been put to work as usual. This time, he was chopping wood for the kitchen stove. Aunt Sponge and Uncle Spiker were sitting comfortably in deck chairs nearby, sipping tall glasses of fizzy lemonade and watching him to see that he didn't stop work for one moment. Let's take a closer look at what's happening.
I look and smell, I do declare, as lovely as a rose. Just feast your eyes upon my face, observe my shapely nose. Behold my heavenly silky locks, and if I take off both my socks, you'll see my dainty toes.
But don't forget, my dear old Sponge, how much your tummy shows. Why, Sponge, you're red. Go soak your head, my sweet, you cannot win. Behold my strong, curvy shape, my teeth, my charming grin. Oh, handsome me, how I adore my radiant looks, and please ignore the pimple on my chin.
My dear old trout, to the world I'll shout, you're only bones and skin. Such loveliness as I possess can only truly shine in Hollywood. Oh, I do declare, wouldn't that be fine? I'd capture all the nation's hearts. They give me all the leading parts. The stars would all resign.
I think you'd make, without mistake, a lovely Frankenstein. What's the matter with you?
Gee, Uncle Spiker, I feel as if I'm going to faint.
Stop that immediately and get on with your work, you nasty little beast.
Oh, Auntie Sponge and Uncle Spiker, couldn't we all, please, just for once, go down to the seaside on the bus? Isn't it fun? And it feels so hot and awful and gross.
Why, you lazy, good-for-nothing brute.
Beat him.
I certainly will. I shall beat him later on in the day when I don't feel so hot. And now get out of my sight, disgusting little worm, and give me some peace. Now, it was at this point, the first thing, the rather peculiar thing, happened to James.
Come closer to me, little boy. Come right up close to me, and I'll show you something wonderful. You see this? You know what this is, my dear? You know what's inside this little bag? Take a look, my dear. Listen to them. Listen to them move. There's more power and magic in all these little green things than in all the rest of the world put together. But, what are they? Where do they come from? Aha! You never guessed that. Crocodile tongues. 1,000 long, slimy crocodile tongues. Brewed up in the skull of a dead witch for 20 days and nights with the eyeballs of a lizard. Add the fingers of a young monkey, the guzzle of a pig, the beak of a green parrot, the juice of a porcupine, and 3 spoonfuls of sugar. Do for another week, and then let the moon rest. Here, take it. It's yours. And now all I've got to do is this. Take a larger bottle and pour all the little green things into it. Then, very slowly, one by one, at 10 hands from your own head. That sets them off. In a couple of minutes, the water will begin to froth and bubble furiously. And as soon as that happens, just quickly drink it all down. The whole jugful, in one gulp. And then, you'll feel it boiling and churning in your stomach. And steam will start coming out of your mouth. And immediately after that, marvelous things will start happening to you. Fabulous, unbelievable things. And you will never be miserable again in your life. Because you are miserable, aren't you? You needn't tell me. I know all about it. So off you go and do exactly as I say. Don't let the little green things get away from you. Because if they do escape, then they'll be working their magic upon somebody else. Instead of upon you. Whoever they meet first. Be it bug, insect, animal, or tree. That will be the one who gets the full power of magic. So, hold the bag tight. Off you go. Hurry up. Now's the time. Don't wait. Hurry. Oh no. What am I going to do? Well, I suppose I'll just try to pick them. Wait a minute though. Why? They're falling into the ground. I can't seem to get them. I can't get them. They're gone. They're all gone. Where have they gone to? There's nothing down there except the roots of the old peach tree and a whole lot of earthworms and centipedes and other types of insects.
Get up at once, you lazy little beast. Get back over here immediately and finish chopping up those logs.
Why don't we just lower the boy down the well in a bucket and leave him there for the night? That ought to teach him not to laze around like this the whole day long.
That's a very good idea, my dear Sponge. But let's make him finish chopping up the wood first. Be off with you at once, you hideous brat, and do some work. Sponge! Come here once and look at this.
At what?
A peach, right up here in the highest branch. Can't you see it?
You're teasing me, Spiker. You're making my mouth water on purpose when there's nothing to put into it. Why, that tree's never had a blossom on it, let alone a peach.
There's one in it now, Sponge. You look for yourself.
Ha. Very fluffy. Good gracious me, there really is a peach up there.
Now, it's at this point in our story that James feels that something peculiar is about to happen at any moment.
Hey you! Come over here at once and climb this tree. I want you to pick that peach on the highest branch. Can you see it?
Yes, I'm sponge. I can't see it.
And don't you dare to eat any of it yourself. Your Uncle Spiker and I are going to have it between us right here and now. Half each. Up with you.
Stop! Hold everything! Look! Look, Sponge, look!
What's the matter with you?
It's growing! It's getting bigger and bigger!
What is?
The peach, of course!
My dear Spiker, that's perfectly ridiculous. That's impossible. That's no. No, yes! Great Scott, the thing really is growing.
Great Caesar's ghost! I can actually see the peach bulging and swelling before my very eyes.
Will it ever stop growing?
Get away from that tree trunk, you stupid boy! The slightest shake and it will fall off and break.
Stand back! The branch is bending right down. I can't believe it's not breaking.
Hallelujah! What a peach!
Terrifico! Magnifico! Splendifico! And what a meal! It's ripe! It's just perfect. Now see here, Spiker, why don't we go and get us a shovel so we can dig out a giant hunk of it for you and me to eat?
No, not yet.
But I want to eat some of
My
it.
dear Sponge, there's a pile of money to be made if we can only handle this right. You wait and see. Roll up, only 10 cents to see the giant peach.
Half price for children under 2 weeks old.
One at a time, please. Don't push, don't push. You're all gonna get in. Hey, you! Come back here. You haven't paid?
It'll cost you double to bring in that camera.
All right. I don't care.
Aren't you glad we put bars on that James's window?
That disgusting little brute would only get in our way if we let him wander about.
Can you believe that he complained that he was lonely? Just because he hasn't seen any other children in years and years.
What a nerve. Here we are just about to become millionaires, and the only thing he can think of is himself.
Gee, Spiker, it looks like everybody's gone home for the night. Maybe we should close up.
Maybe you're right, Sponge. We'll get the brat to clean up the mess out here.
He'll probably want something to eat since he hasn't had anything all day.
Well, he better not ask. We're too busy to make food. We have to count our money. I better call him to make sure the worms are asleep. Creep! Rat! Wake up, Twerp! We have something for you to do immediately!
Gee, it really is dark out here tonight. I don't even hear a sound. It's strangely quiet. Boy, am I hungry. I suppose I should be more considerate of my aunt and uncle, though. Uncle Spiker says all that I do is think about myself. And he's right. Gee, it is kind of spooky.
Can you imagine how James feels right now? Have you ever been out alone on a dark, quiet night? Well, here is. James knows. He can just feel it in his bones that something stranger than ever is about to happen to him again. He's sure of it. He can feel it coming.
Everything is so different. Suddenly the whole place seems to be alive with magic. Wow, it feels soft and warm. It's a little furry like the skin of a baby mouse. What's that? I don't believe it, but there's a hole in the side. Quite a large hole, but wouldn't think an animal of the size of a fox would make. This isn't just a hole, it's a tunnel. Boy, it really is damp and murky in here. These walls are wet and sticky, and it tastes like peach juice dripping from the ceiling. Delicious. Now it's going uphill towards the very center. Ouch! What's this? It seems like a solid wall. It feels like wood, except that it's very jagged and full of deep grooves. Good grief! I know what this is. I've come to the stone in the middle of a peach. And here appears to be a small door down on the face of the stone.
Oh, no. No. I'm hungry. I'm famished.
So am I. Everyone's famished. We need food.
Aren't you hungry?
What's the matter with you? You look positively ill.
Looks like he's gonna faint any second. Oh my goodness, the poor thing. I do believe he thinks it's him that we are wanting to eat.
Oh dear, what an awful thought.
You mustn't be frightened. We wouldn't dream of hurting you. You're one of us now, didn't you know that? You're one of the crew. We are all in the same boat.
We were waiting for you all day long. We thought you were never going to turn up. I'm glad you made it.
So cheer up, my boy. And meanwhile, I wish you'd come over here and give me a hand with these boots. It takes me hours to get them off by myself. Thank you so much. You are very kind.
Well, you have a lot of boots.
Have a lot of legs and a lot of feet. 100 to be exact. I am a centipede, you know.
There she goes again. She simply cannot stop telling lies about her legs. She's only got 42. The trouble is, most people don't bother to count them. And anyway, Centipede, there's nothing marvelous, about having a lot of legs.
Poor Earthworm. He's blind, He can't see how splendid I look.
In my opinion, the really marvelous thing is to have no legs at all and be able to walk just the same.
You call that walking? You're a slitherer. That's all you are. You just slither along.
I glide.
You're a slimy beast.
I am not a slimy beast. I am a useful and much loved creature. Ask any gardener you like. And as for you,
I'm a pest.
She is so proud of that, but for the life of me, I cannot understand why.
Oh, please excuse me. My name is Ladybug.
Please come
I'm the only pest in this room. Unless you count old green grasshopper over there. But he's too old to be a pest anymore.
Young lady, I am a grasshopper, who is rather old but not a pest. I am a musician.
Well said, old green grasshopper. In case you haven't guessed by now, my name is Spider.
James, your name is James, isn't it?
Yes?
Well, James, have you ever in your life seen such a marvelous, colossal centipede as me?
I certainly haven't. How on earth did he get to be like this?
Very peculiar. Very, very peculiar indeed. I was messing about in the garden under the old peach tree, and suddenly a little green thing came wriggling past my nose.
Oh, but I know what that was.
It happened to me too.
And me. Suddenly there were little green things everywhere. The soil was full of them.
I actually swallowed one.
So did I. I swallowed 3. Who's telling you the story anyway? Don't interrupt.
Not now, Centipede. Why don't you get to the top and get started?
What's going on?
In case you don't know it, we are about to depart from the top of this ghastly hill that we've all been living on for so long. We are about to roll away in this great big peak to a land
To a land of what? Never you mind, but nothing could be worse than this desolate hilltop and that repulsive aunt and uncle of yours.
Here, 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 here. You may not have noticed it, but the whole garden, even before it reaches the steep edge of the hill, happens to be on a steep slope. And therefore, the only thing keeping this peach from rolling away right in the beginning is a thick stem attaching it to the tree. Break the stem and off we go.
I've heard it! We're off! The journey begins!
And who knows where it will end. If you have anything to do with it, it can only mean trouble.
Nonsense! We are now about to visit the most marvelous places and see the most wonderful things! Isn't that so, Centipede? There is no knowing what we shall see. We may see a creature with 49 heads who lives in the desolate snow. And whenever he catches a cold he treads, he has 49 noses to blow. We may see a dragon and nobody knows that we won't see a unicorn
Why did we have to get up so early? It's still dark outside, Spanker.
Well, if the early bird catches the worm, then the early young uncle catches the suckers. Huh?
Ha. Ha. That's funny. I don't get it. What do you mean, Spanker?
We're out here to make money, Sponge. Get it? Make money. M-O-N-E-Y. We should make a fortune today. Just look at all those people coming up the hill.
Whatever did become of that poor little boy of ours last night? Never did come back in, did he?
Probably fell down in the dirt and goes to bed.
Or his neck, maybe?
Just wait till I get my hands on him. We'll never want to stay out all night again by the time I'm finished with him. Good gracious me, what's that awful noise?
Spiker, I know this sounds funny, but the fence is breaking and the peaches, the
Are you ill, Sponge? Are you? You must be. Oh no, it can't be!
Move out of my way!
Spiker! I wonder what that noise was. Well, anyway, you'll never believe it, but the giant peach is still moving. It's rolling and bouncing down the steep slope at a terrific pace. It's going faster and faster and faster. The people who have suddenly caught sight of it descending down upon them are scattering to the left and right. It's just knocked over a telegraph pole and flattened two parked cars, thrusting madly across about 20 fields. Just look at all those cows, sheep, horses, and pigs stampeding in all directions. Hey, would you scatter too if the giant peach were coming down on you? Wouldn't you? Oh dear, it's rolling right through the Great Wall in the Wonka Bucket Chocolate Factory. I don't believe it, but there's now a great river of warm, melted chocolate flowing through every street in the village. Will it ever stop? But then, why should it? A round object will always keep on rolling as it's on a downhill slope. But wait, there's the sea. Surely the peach and all its occupants aren't getting up there. But then, what's to stop it? I know James wanted to visit the seaside, but somehow I don't think this is what he had in mind. It's heading for those towering white cliffs that are the most famous in the whole of England. They're hundreds of feet high. Below them, the sea is deep and cold and hungry. Many ships and men have been lost on this part of the coast. It's now only 100 yards away from the cliff. Now 50, now 20, now 10. It's gone over. Down. What a colossal splash! Wow, it sank like a stone. Wait, I think Yes, I think I see something coming. Look over there.
Let's have some light. Yes, light. Just some light. Glowworm. Glowworm? I never met a glowworm in here. That's because he's up on the slimy ceiling. That lazy beast. But now you mention his name, it doesn't look like much of a worm, does he? I am not a worm. I am not a key either. Simply the lady firefly without wings. Big deal. Come on, give us some light. I'm trying to learn my best. Please be patient. There. Some great journey.
I shall never be the same again.
Nor I. It's taking years off my life.
But, my dear friends, we're there.
Where? Where is there?
I don't know, but I'll bet it's somewhere good. We're probably at the bottom of a coal mine. Perhaps we're in the middle of a country full of songs and music.
Who happen to the seaside with lots of little children down on the sand for me to play with. Pardon me, but am I wrong in thinking that we seem to be bobbing up and down? Bobbing up and down? What on earth do you mean?
You're still dizzy from the journey. Is everybody ready to go up and take a look around?
Yes. Come on, let's go. I refuse to show myself outdoors my bare feet. I have to get my boots on again first.
For heaven's sake, let's not go through all that nonsense again.
Let's all go listen to begin and get it over with. While you're doing that, I'll leave a ladder to help us get out. Ouch! Chop, let's go!
Anytime now. Okay, we're done. Here we go, everyone. The promised land. I can't wait to see it. This is impossible. I told you we were diving up and down. We're in the middle of the sea. But where are the fields? Where are the woods? Where's England? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that we are in a rather awkward situation.
Awkward! We are finished. I may be blind, you know, but that much I can see quite clearly.
Off with my boots! I cannot swim with my boots on! I can't swim at all! Nor can I. Nor I! But you won't have to swim! We are floating beautifully, and sooner or later the ship is bound to come along and pick us up. Are you sure we're not sinking? Of course I'm sure. Go down and look for yourself. The boy is quite right. We are floating beautifully, and the ship is bound to come along and pick us up. We must all sit and keep perfectly calm. Everything will be all right in the end.
What absolute nonsense! Nothing is ever all right in the end, and well you know it.
Poor Earthworm. He loves to make everything his master. He hates to be happy.
If this beach is not going to sink, if we are not going to drown, then every one of us is going to starve to death instead.
By golly, he's right. For once, he's right.
Of course, I'm always right. We shall get thinner and thinner, thirstier, thirstier. I'm dying already. I'm slowly shriveling up for want of food. Personally, I would rather drown.
But you must be blind.
How cruel! You know very well that I'm blind. There's no need to rub it in.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. But can't you see that?
See? How can I see if I'm blind?
Can't you realize that we have enough food in here to last us weeks and weeks?
Where?
Why, the cage, of course. A whole ship is made of food.
Jumping
Jehoshaphat. We never thought of that. My dear James, I don't know what we'd do without you. You are so clever.
You must be crazy. You can't eat the ship. It's the only thing that's keeping us up.
We shall starve if we don't.
We shall drown if we do.
Oh dear, now we're worse off than we were before. You can eat all you want. It'll take us weeks and weeks to make any sort of dent in this enormous beach. Surely you can see that. Good heavens, he's right again. Excellent idea. What are you looking so worried about, Earthworm? What's the problem?
The problem is, well, the problem is that there is no problem.
Cheer up, Earthworm.
Coming. Delicious.
Just fabulous. Oh my, you know, Dean, this peach is even better than those tiny little green flies that live on the rose bushes. And flies were never as good as this.
What a flavor. It's terrific. There's nothing like it, and I would know because personally, I've tasted all the finest foods in the world. I've eaten fresh hot burgers by the greatest cooks there are, and scrambled drugs and stick baguettes and corn and stewed in tar, and pails of snails and lizard tails and beetles by the jar. A beetle is improved with just a splash of vinegar. And then crispy lobsters on a piece of buttered toast, pickled thyme and porcupines, and then a gorgeous roast of dragon's flesh, well, not fresh, cost a pound at most, and comes to you in barrels if you order it by post. For dinner on my birthday, shall I tell you what I chose? Hot noodles made from poodles on a slice of garden hose, with rather smelly jelly made from armadillo toes. The jelly is delicious, but you have to hum your nose. Now comes I do declare the burden of my speech. These foods are rare beyond compare, and some are out of reach. But there is no doubt I'd go out for a million plates of each, for one small night, one tiny bite of this fantastic peach.
There are two of them! There are lots of them. What geologist going to make this work. But my dear boy, that's exactly what we do have. We've got all you want. How? Well, the silkworm. Didn't you ever notice the silkworm? She's still downstairs. Yeah, she never moved. She just lies there sleeping all day long. But we could easily wake her up and make her spin. And what about me, may I ask? I can spin just as well as any silkworm. What's more, I can spin patterns. Can you make enough between you? As much as you work. And quickly? Of course, of course. And would it be that strong? The strongest there is. But why? What are you going to do? I'm going to lift this peach clean out of the water. You're mad. It's your only chance. Go on, James. How would you do it? Skyhooks, I suppose. Seagulls. The sky is full of them. Look up there. I'm going to take a long silk string and I'm going to hook it around the seagull's neck. And I will tie the other end to the peach stem. Then I will get another seagull and do the same thing again. Then another and another. Ridiculous. Poppycock. Absurd. Balderdash. Madness. How's a couple of seagulls going to lift an enormous thing like this up into the air and all of us as well? There is no shortage of seagulls. Look for yourself. We'll probably need about 400, 500, maybe even 1,000. I do not know. I can just simply hook them onto the peach stem until we have enough to lift us. It's like balloons. You give someone enough balloons to hold, really enough, then up he goes. And the seagull has far more lifting power than a balloon. If only we had the time to do it. How on earth do you propose to get a loop of string around a seagull's neck? I suppose you're going to fly up there yourself and catch it? Boy's dotty. Go on, James. How would you do it? With bait. Bait? What sort of bait? With a worm, of course. Seagulls love worms. Didn't you know that? And luckily with us, we have here the biggest, juiciest, fattest earthworm. You can stop right there. Go on. Go on. The seagulls had already spotted him. That's why there were so many circling around. But they daren't come down to get him, while the rest of us are standing here. So, this is what... Stop! I won't do it. I refuse. Like, you're an earthworm, you're going to be eaten anyway. So what difference does it make whether it's sharks or seagulls? I won't do it. Why don't we hear what the plan is first? I don't give a hoot what the plan is. I'm not going to be pecked to death by a bunch of seagulls. You'll be a martyr. I shall respect you for the rest of my life. But he won't have to give his life. Now listen to me. This is what we'll do. Why, it's absolutely brilliant. Oh, I shall be pecked to death. Of course you won't. I will. I know I will. And I won't be able to see them coming because I have no eyes. I won't let them touch you. I promise. But we've got to hurry. Look down there. Action stations. Jump to it. There's not a moment to lose. Come on. All hands below deck except earthworm. Come on. Let's go. And get this centipede. Get that silkworm to look at once. Tell him to spin like he's never done before. And you two spiders, hurry on down. Start spinning. This is the 502nd seagull. I think this one should do it. Oh, I don't like this at all. Hurry, James. Quiet down, Earthworm. We think we're still alive. All because James had such a clever idea. Yes, I'm not Alaska. Just think, capturing seagulls by using bait. It is a splendid idea. For the bait. It's working. I can feel it lifting. Look, everyone. It's working. Whoa. Oh, isn't it beautiful? What a marvelous feeling. And I'm not hurt. You're very brave, Earthworm. Goodbye, sharks! Oh boy, this is the way to travel. Why, you can almost see forever from up here. How can you see? Oh look, there's a ship below us.
looks like a big one.
It's got 3 funnels. You can even see the people on the decks. Let's wave to them. You think they can see us?
What an adventure. Can you believe it? Wow. Now neither James nor any of the others know it, but the ship that is passing beneath them is actually the Queen Mary, sailing out the English Channel on her way to America. On the bridge of the Queen Mary, the captain with a group of his officers are standing gazing at the great round ball hovering overhead.
I don't like it.
Nor do I, sir. Do you think it's following us?
I tell you, I don't like it.
It could be dangerous.
That's it! It is a secret weapon! Holy cats! Send a message to the Queen at once. The country must be warned. And give me my telescope. There are bullets everywhere. The whole sky is teeming with bullets. What in the world are they doing? And wait a second. There are people on it. I see them moving. There's do I have this darn thing focused properly? It looks like a little boy in short trousers. Yes, I can distinctly see a little boy in short trousers standing up there. And there's a sort of giant ladybug.
Now wait just a minute, Captain.
And a colossal green grasshopper.
Captain, police!
And a huge orthor.
Oh dear, he's doing the whiskey again.
And an simply enormous centipede.
Call the ship's doctor. Our captain is not well. Help! Quickly! Oh look, it's disappeared into the thick clouds. Now we'll never see it again. Never mind that. The captain has flipped his lid. He's popped his cork. I'm the captain now. Get him off the bridge. Take him below. He's sick.
I wonder where we'll finish up this time. Who cares? Seagulls always go back to your land sooner or later.
Wow! Didn't it seem like the people on that ship really got excited when they saw us? But then we probably did feel a little peculiar.
What do you mean, Gene?
Well, what I mean is what he means is that we all look mighty strange to human beings. And why wouldn't we? After all, they have their ears attached to the sides of their heads. Doesn't everybody? Ha ha. Where, for example, do you think I keep my ears? I don't know. Right here, one on each side of my tongue.
Did I swallow soil?
And without charging a penny, I got love of the national insect that are eating farmers' crops. I'm farmers' best friend. I think you're wonderful. It seems like everyone around here is loved. How nice this is.
Not me. I'm a pest and I'm proud of it. Oh, it's such a shocking, dreadful pest. Here.
But what about you, Spider? Aren't you also most loved in the world? Oh no! I'm not loved at all! And yet I do nothing but good. All day long, I capture flies and mosquitoes in my webs. I'm a decent person. I know you are. It is very unfair the way spiders are treated. And it was only last week that your unhorrible ox sponge flushed my poor dear father down the drain in the bathtub. I watched the whole thing from a corner in the ceiling. It was ghastly. But isn't it unlucky to kill a spider?
Of course it's unlucky to kill a spider. Look what happened to Anna Sponge after she done that. We all felt it, didn't we, as the peach went over her?
It was very satisfactory. Will you sing us a song about it, please?
Aunt Sponge was terrifically fat and tremendously flabby at that. Her tummy and waist were soggiest piece. It was worse on the place where she sat. So she said, I must make myself flat. I must make myself sleek as a cat. I thinner, but then came the peach. It was a beautiful peach and made her far thinner from that. That was very nice. Now say one about Uncle Spiker. With pleasure. Uncle Spiker was thin as a wire, and as dry as a bone-only dryer. He was so long and thin, if you carried him in, you could use him for poking the fire. I must do something quick so he frowned. I want fat, I want pound upon pound. I must eat lots and lots of marshmallows and chocks, till I start bulging out all around. Yes, he announced. I have sworn that I'll alter my figure by dawn. Cried the peach or the snicker. I'll alter your figure, and ironed her out on the lawn. It's getting colder and darker. Why don't we all go down and keep warm until tomorrow morning?
No, I think that is very unwise. It is safer if we all stay up here for the night and keep watch. Then if anything happens, we shall be ready for it.
Well, I see that James Henry Trotter and his companions are crouched close together to keep warm. Little do they know what still lies ahead. Oh dear, it scares even me. Well, anyway, to get on with the story, there's not a sound anywhere. Listen to how quiet it is. The peach is swaying gently from side to side, not at all like the airplanes that roar through the sky, driving whatever might be lurking up in those great clouds back to the cover of the mountain. And that is why people who travel in airplanes never see anything. But the peach, ah yes, the peach makes no noise at all as it floats along, gently, softly. But wait, there, over there, do you see them? I think our travelers are about to, any second.
James, look, what are those things?
Oh, I don't like this at all. Don't let them hear you. They must be cloudmen. Cloudmen? Oh dear, oh dear. I'm glad everybody can't see it around. I hope they don't turn around and see us.
What are they doing?
It seems like they are reaching out and grabbing handfuls of cloud, rolling it in their fingers, and turning it into large white marbles. Those are huge pile of marbles. They must be absolutely mad. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Listen, they're singing something, and they're shoveling marble-like things over the side of the cloud into space.
Down they go, hail and snow, freezes and sneezes and noses will blow.
It's hailstones. They've been making hailstones, and they will shout them down to the people below. They're probably practicing for the winter. That's ridiculous! It's summertime! We don't have hailstones in summertime. I don't believe it! For heaven's sake, Centipede, don't make so much noise. Those imbeciles couldn't hear anything. They're as deaf as doorknobs. You watch. Idiots! Nincompoops! Half-wits! Blunderheads! What are you doing over there, dummies? I'm not afraid of them. Look out! What's one of the death? The little hailstones at us! Ow! Ow! Stop! Quickly! We'll all be wiped out. I'm a wreck! I'm wounded all over! It serves you right. Listen, I do believe they're not hitting us anymore. We left them behind. The seagulls must have pulled us away out of danger. Hooray! Let's go up and see. It's so clear. We can't see them anywhere. How fast they're going all of a sudden. I wonder why. I don't think the seagulls like this place any better than we do. I imagine they want to get out of it as soon as they can. They got a bad fright from a hailstone falling experience we just had.
Yes, Faster and faster fly the seagulls, skimming across the sky at a tremendous pace, with a giant peach trailing out behind them. Cloud after cloud goes by on either side, all of them ghostly white in the moonlight. And more times during the night, they catch glimpses of cloudmen working their sinister magic upon the world below. They even pass a snow machine in operation, with a blizzard of snowflakes blowing out of a great funnel above. They see huge drums being used for thunder, and in a dark, billowy cloud, they can only be one thing, a cloud men's city. And just before dawn, they hear a soft whooshing noise above their head, and they glance up to see an immense, gray, bat-like creature swooping out of the dark. It circles round and round the beach, flapping its great wings. Then it utters a series of long, high cries and flies off again into the night. How terrifying. They all sit motionless. Fearfully, they sit in silence and waiting for the new day.
Look! There's land below! She's right! Hooray! It looks like streets and houses. But how enormous it all is! And what tremendous tall buildings! I've never seen anything like that before in England. Then where is it? Do you know those buildings are? Do you know what they are? Those skyscrapers! This must be America! And that, my friends, means that we crossed the Atlantic Ocean overnight. It's incredible! It's unbelievable! It's not possible. Oh, I've always dreamed of going to America. I had a friend once who... Be quiet! Who cares about your friend? There's me not to worry about. How on earth we're going to get down to Earth? Ask James. I don't think that should be very difficult. All I have to do is cut loose a few seagulls. Not so many, mind you, but just enough so the others can't keep us in the air. Then down we shall go, slowly and gently until we reach the bottom. Centipede will bite through the slate for one last time. My goodness, I forgot to polish my boots. Everyone must help me polish my boots before we arrive. For heaven's sake, Centipede, are you ever stop thinking about your boots? What was that? It looks like a plane. It came shooting out of that cloud. Oh no, it's unbelievable. It's like whoever wanted to sell its strings and it glided by. We're falling! Help! Save us! We are lost! See ahead! James! Do something, James! Mama said the end of the phone. I wish I had the answer. I can't help. I'm sorry. Shut your eyes, everybody. It won't be long now. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Ladybug. Goodbye. I'm sorry. They always picked on you, even though you're as blind as a bat. Centipede, oh, never mind. Goodbye, Centipede. I'm positive you weren't all dead. It's the end. I know it. We're dead. We had it. I don't believe it. We're not dead. We're not dead. Hooray! We're alive! But how? Where are we, James? I know it's hard to believe, but I think we landed on the needle of the Empire State Building. You're kidding! How will we get down? Don't worry. They will get us down. James, why are all of those people hanging out of windows cheering us? And all those people down there are leaving badly. Maybe they think we're heroes. You know, I think you may be right. They think you're heroes.
James was right. Everyone on the beach is now looked upon as a hero, especially James. They are all brought down to the city hall in 5 minutes where the mayor made his speech of welcome. And while he was doing this, 100 steeplejacks armed with ropes and ladders swarmed up to the top of the Empire State Building and lifted the peach to the ground. The mayor decided that there just had to be a ticker tape parade for these wonderful visitors. A procession was formed, and in the leading car, which was an enormous open limousine, sat James and his friends, waving madly as the crowds went by. For the peach, it was sitting on a large truck. Men with cranes had quickly hoisted it on top, and there it sat now, looking just as pretty and proud and beautiful as ever. There was, of course, a bit of a hole in the bottom where the Empire State Building had gone in. But who cared about that? Or indeed about the peach juice that was dripping out onto the street behind it. In the peach juice came the mayor with all of the important people of the city skidding around. And the crowds went wild with excitement. They clapped and cheered. They yelled and screamed. They tossed bits of white ticker tape at James and his friends. Then a rather curious thing happened. A little girl in a red dress came running up to James and asked, James, could I please just have a tiny taste of your marvelous peach? Help yourself, James shouted back. Eat all you want. It won't last forever anyway. Needless to say, this was the beginning of the end for our splendid giant peach. Children came from everywhere. Soon there was a trail of children a mile long, chasing after the peach. To some, it looked as though the Pied Piper of Hamelin had suddenly descended upon New York. And to James, who had never dreamed that there could be so many children in the world as him, it was the most marvelous thing that had ever happened. By the time the procession was over, the whole gigantic fruit had been completely eaten up, leaving only the brown stone standing on the truck, like clean and shiny by thousands of eager little tongues. As for the enormous peach stone, it was set up permanently in a place of honor in Central Park, where it became a famous monument. But it was not only a famous monument, it was a famous house. And inside that famous house lived a famous person, James Henry Trotter himself.